perspective, the freshman program is made up of 3 different classes.
Biology, World Studies, and English that all freshmen take to help adjust the schedule and to get used to their life at UHI.
The way I see it, the freshman program is it's kind of like your homeroom of high school, and it's like an integrated team of musicians, athletes, and it's kind of cool because you might not be involved in the same activities as your peers, but you still get to know them really well.
The freshman program is just a way to get used to UHI and all the wonderful things it has to offer.
The freshman program played into your transition at UHI, like when the counselors came in and helped you and talk to you about your schedule and see what classes would fit you best, and like when Ms. Markert and Mr. Evans came and talked to us about the school rules and made us feel really at home when we first came to UHI.
Having the schedule helps you get an idea of what classes you take through the rest of high school, and it also helps you make a lot of friends.
The freshman program is a great way to get used to UHI because in the summer, before you start school, they offer tech sessions that like where you get your computer and where you learn how to use your computer and all the responsibilities that comes with the computer. And you also learn how to use your school email and Blackboard and Skyward.
It made me feel personally comfortable with the teachers and with the environment at UHI, so I think it's a really great experience.
One of the interdisciplinary projects we're doing in World Studies and English is talking about NFL, Hunger Games, and the Gladiators, and all the things that are similar and different between them.
We are doing the Hunger Games in English, and we're studying the Romans in World Studies, and they both connect together. How the Hunger Games, they fight in the arena and they show voyeurism, and we also connect that to World Studies and how they would invite people to the Coliseum to come watch the gladiators fight.
One project that we did was between science and social studies. We watched the movies Guns, Germs, and Steel, and we did the scientific method with both of our social studies and English teachers together.
One of my favorite things about UHI is how all the different classes connect. And when we learn about some time period in world studies, we go to English the next hour and analyze it and look at modern terms for media and like voyeurism or spectacle and learn how to apply the things that we're learning in world studies to English in our lives today.
It's extremely important as a freshman to be involved.
I'd say that it's really important that you do get involved. It helps you get to know more people. Each student does at least 3 or more activities.
Because you meet so many people, and it helps you because in the hallways, like, you may be nervous about being in a new school in a new area, but when you see people, you know, you're like, oh, I know that person. It helps you a lot. And it's also really fun.
One of the number one things that we value is independence and taking responsibility. And you know, you can go around the school and be in so many different things, and you can see the same faces over and over again because everyone's involved. It's so important because you can, you know, make a difference in the school if you're in Senate, which is like student council. You can do athletics. You know, you play soccer, football, whatever you like. And then there's music and art club and culture club and just anything that you want. There's pages and pages of clubs that you can get involved with.
We have, of course, our mentoring programs, which you may know as tutoring, where we can actually tutor students one-on-one in specific subject areas that they're having difficulties in. We have hourly sessions held after school on organization, on study skills, on how to best take tests, that type of thing. We have one-on-one work with a literacy specialist or group work with a literacy specialist. We have social groups for those students that feel like they're not fitting in socially.
Part of my role is to screen all the students as they're incoming freshmen. They read a passage, and students that we feel like would benefit from some additional support with strategies and tools that they would use in their literacy reading throughout the school year are part of our Literacy Bridge program over the summer, so they get support that way. And then once they transition into university high school, I will meet with students in small groups or one-on-one.
Our student assistance program is a team of administrators and teachers in the counseling center, including our literacy specialist, and we meet with all the freshman program teachers, and then we meet as a student assistance program to discuss each student that may be having difficulty transitioning into high school, whether that be academic difficulty, or social difficulty, or emotional difficulty. And then we talk about each student and how to best provide support. So our goal is to support the students and help them with whatever transition they need. Basically any sort of group that you need. If we see that there's a weakness in a group of students, then we'll form a group to help them in their transition.
The Freshman Olympics were one of the most fun days of the whole first semester to me. It's where you connect education with really fun, where we learned about the Greeks and Antigone and
World Studies class when we learned about the Spartans.
And we take those ideas and we apply them to kind of like a field day in the gym, and it's really fun. All the block classes get really competitive,
In things such as food eating, chariot races, and wrestling.
Everybody gets to show off their own skills. There's fashion design, we get to make armor, and there's the athletes that get to run the relay races and do the long jumps. And then there's those kids that, you know, eat anything and eat the oysters. I wouldn't do that.
and there's tons of activities like trivia and eating, and you know, the athletes get to do races, and it's just really fun.
every day you take 3 classes with them: English, biology, and world studies. And at the beginning you don't know people very well, but then by the end you guys become a family.